a rematch. We actually have two rematches coming up from the semifinals exactly 1 year ago. After two very exciting semifinal matches, we are down to 2 games left to go. First, the consolation game for 3rd place. It is a rematch of last year's second semifinal as the West Prairie Mustangs take on their biggest rival from Duncannon, the Susquenita Blackhawks. 3rd place game for the Perry County Field Hockey Tournament. And both of these teams are coming off what looked like spectacular upset bids just waiting to happen. Both these teams faced off against the always tough Greenwood Wildcats and Newport Buffaloes. For Susquenita, they are 0-1 heading into this one of the season after a tough but great effort for the Susquenita Blackhawks against the Greenwood Wildcats. Greenwood won 4-2. And then, just a few moments ago, the West Prairie Mustangs looking for the biggest upset of the day. As the West Prairie Mustangs held their ground, their home turf, against the Newport Buffaloes, going 3-3 in overtime. But it was the Newport Buffaloes winning 4-2 on the first ever penalty shootout in the history of the Perry County Field Hockey Tournament. And we are about to get underway with the starting lineups and introductions for Susquenita and West Prairie, done by public address announcer Red Anderson.
Good afternoon and welcome to West Perry High School for the 38th Annual Perry County Field Hockey Tournament. Today's consolation game matchup is the Blackhawks of Susquenita versus the Mustangs of West Perry. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Blackhawks. She plays back. Number 1, Taya Bauer. Playing back. Number 2, Paige Grouse. She'll play forward. Where's number 4, Mia Taub. She'll play forward. And where's number 7, Sophia Klein. Playing midfield, number 8, Addie Groffensberger. Playing forward, wearing number 5, Eden Bradney. She plays back, she wears number 11, Courtney Coulter. Playing forward, wearing number 13, Katie Sands. Playing back, number 19, Katie Baker. Playing midfield, number 21, Ayana Fleischer. And starting in goal, wearing 00, Leah Allwalt. The head coach for Susquenita is Jason Browse. His assistant coaches are Steph Pagliaro, Harley Straub, and Kathy Kisner. And now for the Mustangs. She'll play midfield, wearing number 1, Madeline McGee. Playing midfield, wearing number 2, Jordan Byers. She plays forward, she wears number 4, Julie Loy. She'll play forward, she wears number 6, Shay Dyer. Playing back, wearing number 15, Addison Brandt. Playing back, wearing number 20, Lily Campbell. She plays forward, she wears number 23, Olivia Bollinger. At midfield, number 27, Autumn Albright. Playing back, number 35, Grace Lowe. She plays at midfield, she wears number 37, Molly Zimmerman. And starting in goal, she wears number 44, Alexa Frederick. The head coach for West Perry is Wendy Byers. Her assistant coaches are Ashley Miller and Allison Twigg. Good luck, ladies.
Get it on. We are ready for Consolation's third place game here at the Perry County Field Hockey Tournament. You just heard the starting lineups from our public address announcer Brent Anderson. We are in store for an exciting matchup here, a rematch from the 2020 semifinals, West Perry versus Susquenita. Susquenita in the orange and black, West Perry in the green and white. They are about to get underway. One more game before the Perry County Field Hockey Championship game between Greenwood and Newport. Susquenita will get off first, and we are underway for the consolation game. Third of 5 games is underway. Just like that, got pass there, and I believe the Mustangs, I didn't hear any whistle from any official there, but I assume that the Mustangs have possession. They do. Good look from Dyer. Dyer had a couple of good runs, but she just could not outrun the Newport Buffalo defense. And right away, there is Jordan Myers, who had a goal against Newport in the thrilling game that just ended about half an hour ago. Again, for those unfamiliar with the sport, 4 15-minute quarters. So we are just a minute into the consolation game. There's a foul, and West Perry has got to maintain possession here. My voice is incredibly tired and cracked right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Who could blame it? I mean, there were 2 very exciting games in the semifinals for all 4 teams.
Hey, guys.
The 2 favorites moving on, but the 2 underdogs made the games very exciting. They were expecting nothing less in the consolation game and later in the Perry County Championship game. Well, thank everyone home for joining us here on the West Bay Athletic Park's YouTube page. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pikes of West Perry Athletics. Here for game 2 for both teams on the year. All 4 teams here today officially getting their season started. 2 teams are going to start all the way. In that case, that was West Perry and Susquenita. And 2 teams are in the championship game going into game 1-0 overall. Again, look, for West Perry, they're the only team in Perry County that's not in the Tri-Valley League. West Perry, Susquenita, Newport, and Greenwood all participate in the Tri-Valley League. But these games, they do not count towards any conference standings. They do count for your overall record, but as far as actually counts, like for Newport and Greenwood later today, this is not a Tri-Valley. This is just for a county championship. And here is the first corner opportunity for the West Perry Mustangs. Campbell to toss it in. Over here to Jordan Byers. Jordan Byers takes a shot and goes off the goalkeeper. That is Leah Oliwell. Nice save there for Susquenita. Ball goes out of bounds. Westbury's going to take over. Both these teams last year, not a spectacular season, but very decent season for both teams. Susquenita going 8-7-1 overall. And Westbury going 6-8-1 overall. Westbury, they've always had a tougher competitions in the Mid-Penn Conference and the Colonial Division. They face teams like Shippensburg, Bowling Springs, Big Spring.
Thank you. You can get anything.
No, I have my lunch done. I packed my lunch.
Oh, I thought you were getting stuff from over there.
No.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
No, that's fine. I'm fine.
Nice interception there from Molly Sermon. Sermon had a great game despite not scoring any goals. He knows how to get and pass to some open players, open Mustangs. Here's a nice pass here from Molly Sermon to number 23, Olivia Bollinger. We haven't mentioned her name too many times in the semifinals. Bollinger loses it. Reception there for Bollinger. Oh, excuse me, that's Autumn Albright, freshman for the Mustangs. Westbury, a very young team with 11 freshmen, but had a spectacular performance against the always tough Newport Buffaloes, in which the game went into overtime, and then later going into a penalty shootout, the first time in the history of the tournament that a game has went into a penalty shootout. Penalty shootout in field hockey is still fairly new. It's about 3 or 4 years old. And like before, you had penalty strokes, which is kind of the same thing. Except they were kind of like penalty courts. So it's not exactly one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Penalty strokes is when you're just there in one specific spot, probably around the 5-yard line. Like 5 yards in front of the goalkeeper, you just take a swing in front of the goalkeeper. But now the penalty shootout's a little bit different. You start at the 25-yard line, and then you're facing one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but you can take as many shots as you can to get yourself a goal before it goes out of bounds. In which case, it's the yard markers in the middle of the football field here. But man, that was a very exciting game for both teams. Westbury, in their first game against the always tough Newport Buffaloes, make no mistake about it, they have a bright future coming up. Well, such a young team, 11 freshmen and 2 seniors. As for Susquenita, they also had a really good game against the Greenwood Wildcats. Greenwood took an early lead in the first quarter, but then Susquenita, they would bounce back with the goal. Susquenita has never led in the game against Greenwood, but they kept it close. They always have. They had a goal by Greenwood in the final minutes of the fourth quarter sealed it for the Greenwood Wildcats and fans to the Perry County Championship game later today. But here we are in the consolation game. And so far, good defense shown here halfway through the first quarter already. 6.5 minutes left to go. Turnover here by the Mustangs. Susquenita will take over. Susquenita looking for a fast break there, but Canal Valley intercepted there by Jordan Byers. Jordan Byers had a goal against Newport in the semifinals. In fact, it was Jordan Byers who actually tied the game up in the fourth quarter to force overtime. West Perry, for most of the game, they didn't have possession well. Newport has many opportunities to score. But Alexa Frederick, who's the goalkeeper, still the goalkeeper in this game, after just battling for like about, 80, 90 minutes? So in the 75 minutes plus the penalty shootout, man, I kind of find it hard to believe how she's even in this game. So, but she is still here. That's the West Prairie goalkeeper. Not having to do much as of right now. Halfway, about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. This game is flying by pretty quickly, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for your support and joining us here on the West Prairie Athletic Department's YouTube page for a 38th annual Perry County Field Hockey Tournament. There's a good shot here for number 6, Shay Dyer, but that goes wide in net. Susquenita possession. Not a bad shot there, but an easy save there for the goalie, Leah Ollenwald. She was not the goalkeeper for Susquenita in the semifinal. That was Ava Toad. There's a shot and a goal. A great shot there. And that is going to be a goal. Trying to figure out from up here who scored that goal. I have a good eye on who it is. Can't see the number very well. Oh, that is Julie Lloyd, or no, excuse me, Madeline McGee, the senior for the Mustangs, getting her first goal of the year. Madeline McGee puts West Perry up 1-0 here. This is a rematch from the Perry County semifinals a year ago, in which Susquenita was victorious 3-1 to advance to the Perry County Championship game against Greenwood, in which Greenwood won 10-0. It really is amazing, like the Perry County semifinals, it's just almost the same story from a year ago. The two semifinal games were fantastic. Greenwood and Newport went to overtime in their semifinal, in which Greenwood was victorious after a controversial ending. And then West Perry had held their ground against Susquenita, despite Susquenita winning 3-1. But then in a Consolation and championship game, the score was the same for both games, 10-0. Newport over West Perry 10-0 in a Consolation game. And then Greenwood beat Susquenita 10-0 in a championship game. So can we see a similar outcome in these two games here? Maybe not the same scores, but maybe it won't be 10-0, but who knows? Maybe West Perry is trying to, with such a young and inexperienced team, who knows? Big things could be coming for the Mustangs this year in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. stop there for the Mustangs, taken by Wally Silverman. That ball's taken away. Eden Bradley. Oh, good cross is taken by Autumn Albright. Foul called on the Blackhawks, and West Prairie will take possession. Nice long pass here to number 23. That's Elena Kelly. Kelly, survey it back, go over to Marlon McGee. And a foul on McGee. So Spirit takes possession. 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter of the consolation game. West Perry is up 1-0. Quick turnover here. Molly Sermon with an interception. There's number 5 for the Mustangs, Lauren Foster. And Foster running into back on tape and quickly goes around. And a foul call on Susquenita. Good territory here for the Mustangs. Nice interception. Good tackle, but time is going to run out here in the first quarter. 1 goal is all needed for the Mustangs to have the lead at the end of the first quarter. We are going to the second quarter. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. You're watching the Perry County Field Hockey Tournament Consolation Game, West Prairie versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Barnes YouTube page. We'll be right back. We are back here for the second quarter, about to get underway in about 35 seconds. Taking a close eye on the college football scores. First official Saturday of the college football season. For those who don't want any spoilers, you probably want to get offline for a second. And Penn State opening their season against Wisconsin. Currently no score over in Madison, Wisconsin. Penn State, Wisconsin. No score there as of right now. But we got a different kind of score here in West Prairie, here in beautiful Elliotsburg. 1-0. West Prairie has the lead at the start of the second quarter. I think I heard the Temple and Rutgers game got postponed. Probably because of the storm we had from Ida this past Wednesday. I mean, one thing you cannot complain about today, it doesn't matter if your team wins or your team loses. One thing you cannot complain about today, ladies and gentlemen, is the weather. It is beautiful out here. 73 degrees the temperature right now. couple clouds in the sky, but no rain in the forecast. We just had perfect weather for the last couple of days, ever since Wednesday. Wednesday, we got like, what, 7 inches of rain from the remnants of Hurricane Ida. It's just, after that, it has been perfect weather for the last 3 days. It still holds up today. It's supposed to continue throughout tomorrow, too. So, happy Labor Day weekend, everyone. Can't ask for much better weather. Westbury taking possession once again. And turnover here, and a dangerous spot here for the Mustangs of Susquenita. Hoping to win, to tie this game up. They are down 1-0, but there's a foul on the Mustangs. And a shot, a good block there by Grace Lowe. Well, not so much of a block there, as it's going to be a corner opportunity. The first corner opportunity off the game for Susquenita. Corner played in. And a shot and off the stick of Alexis Farrick, it goes in. And just like that, early in the second quarter, just 1.5 minutes into the 90 seconds into the game, or in the second quarter, and we have a tie game of 1-1. That was number 21, Hannah Fleischer, with the goal. So we're now tied at 1-1. Westbury flicking it back towards the Westbury defense. Here is Molly Zimmerman. Pass it down to Autumn Albright. They'll run here for Laurel Fight. Laurel Fight had the first goal of the game for Westbury against Newport. She also had a goal in the penalty shootout. On the other side of the field, there on the left side of the bleachers is the Newport Buffaloes. Probably relaxing a little bit after a classic game against the Westbury Mustangs in the second semifinal. There's a long run. A very nice run here for Riley Fuller. Riley Fuller, a freshman here a sophomore for the Mustangs. Gets out there for Molly Zimmerman. Swears it over. Gets up to Olivia Bollinger. Gets out there for number 15, Allison Graham. There's Fuller again. This is Lauren Foster, and she gets the call. There were 3 Blackhawks in front of her. And that ball gets away from Lauren Foster. It goes out of bounds. Susquenita's got to retake possession. That pass, I don't know who he's going to, but it gets taken by Molly Zimmerman, center there at midfield. big mistake there from 15 Addison Brand. And a big tackle there. Big stop there, but Grace Lowe able to get back up. I don't know who was going for it, but that pass gets in. Oh, I think that pass was intended for Olivia Bollinger out on the right side of the field. And that ball gets past number 20, Lenny Campbell. And West Prairie able to maintain possession, but that pass has got intercepted. Oh, tough shot off the leg of Molly Ceremony. She left there like I can't much that feeling to get off the shot. That ball goes in. Oh my goodness, Alexa Flaherty kind of easy safe opportunity, but she misses it and it goes right into the box. I think that was a goal for a Susquenita defender, and it is. I'm trying to read the number from up here, who it was. That is number 3. Number 3, I think. That's Kelsey Lingle. Kelsey Lingle with the goal right there, a freshman for Susquenita. Her first career goal for Susquenita. What a big moment for her. Susquenita now has a 2-1 lead. A big comeback here for Susquenita. This was Thursday morning.
My cold stare.
So, 8 minutes left to go here in the first half, and West Prairie now has some work to do to get back into this game. 2-1 is our score right now for those who are just joining us in favor of Susquenita. Not a lot of Newport fans, still a couple Greenwood fans out here in the stands. Cheering on, but there's some cheering on for this game. But sure, those Newport fans, they're nowhere to be found. Who can blame them? They just have classic, and now they really need to focus on how they're going to get to Greenwood. Because a lot is on the line in the Perry County Championship game coming up later. Grace Lowe able to just get down away and get out to Jordan Myers. This is what's at stake here for both teams in the Perry County Championship game. Greenwood is looking for their 7th consecutive Perry County Field Hockey Championship. While for Newport, they're looking for just their 3rd ever Field Hockey Championship. Looking for their first one since they won their 2nd straight in 1989. The longest drought for any of the Perry County Field Hockey teams. I also forgot to mention the trivia question that we have for this game. Let's play our Vice Department trivia question. For every broadcast we have this year, we're going to have a trivia question that's going to be either related to the sport or to the schools participating. And earlier in game 2, we gave you a question with the answer was Angie Roy, who was the greatest field hockey player to ever play here at West Prairie Field Hockey. And she later went on to represent Team USA in the Beijing Olympics back in 2008. So this is our question for today. Angie Lloyd, 2000 graduate for West Prairie High School. Where did she play college field hockey? Give you a hint, it's a Division I school. It's not a Power 5 conference. It's not the Big Ten, ACC, Big 12, Pac-12, and whatever the Power 5 school, Power 5 conference is. But it's not a very big school, but a very good field hockey program. So where did Angie Lloyd, 2000 West Prairie graduate, where did she play college field hockey? The answer coming up in 5 minutes for our halftime report. Good looking attack here, but better defense shown here by West Prairie defense. 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Susquenita up 2-1 and very quickly looking for a breakaway. That's one thing that West Prairie has struggled with last time. And there were 3 Blackhawks in front of Alexa Fairman. And the first person to take a shot as soon as she got the ball I have no idea. It was number 10, Dylan Snyder. Dylan Snyder with the shot. But man, did she really have to take that shot? There was 3. There were 2 teammates right next to her on both sides of the net. Really passed to one of them, and she's in. Well, wasted opportunity here from Susquenita to take a 2-goal lead. Three and a half minutes left to go, and here's an attack for the Mustangs. A good looking attack, and there's an opportunity right in front of the net. And a shot, and it's no good. Good save there for Ironburg. Excuse me, Ottawa. Rico keeper. And it's a turnover here for the Mustangs. Foul call on the Mustang offense. Shot and not bad deflection there from Julie Lloyd. Here's Molly Sermon and gone right through the Susquenita defense. Good right there. A shot and that goes in! Off the deflection. And I believe I'm trying to figure out who scored that goal. I can see her, but I can't read the number up there. That's number 1. That is Madeline McGee, her second goal of the game. Second goal of the game for Madeline McGee. And we are now tied at 2-2. But just over 2 minutes left to go in the first half. And Madeline McGee, the senior. One of 2 seniors for the West Prairie Mustangs, having a good game right now against Susquenita. We just got confirmation, in fact, actually, on the 2 goals that were scored. They were not done by Madeline McGee. I do apologize for that. The 2 goals were actually scored by Julie Lloyd, the sophomore for the Mustangs. On a good game right now, Julie Lloyd with 2 goals. down away from Shea Dyer, freshman for West Perry. Julie Lloyd with 2 goals. Foul called on Julie on Madeline McGee, excuse me. There's a shot and nice save there for Alexa Frederick. Breakaway opportunity here for number 23, Olivia Bowling, and she takes a line of shot. Oh, she was looking for a cross to Julie Lloyd. Possibly looking to get the hat trick for Julie Lloyd. Goes right past in front of her. Goes out of bounds. Susquenita to take possession with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Stop there from Molly Sullivan. Time is run out. What a good consolation game, and what a tournament we've been having so far today, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached halftime, and we are tied at 2-2. We'll be right back in less than a minute for the halftime report. And the answer to our trivia question for Game 3. You're watching the Perry County Field Hockey Tournament Consolation Game, West Perry versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Farms YouTube page. We'll be right back. We are back here for halftime. About 3 minutes left before we continue with the action. But man, what a tournament we've had so far, ladies and gentlemen. In each of the 3 halftime scores we have had a tie game. It's been unbelievable. So 2-2 here. It was 1-1, 1-1 at halftime for Newport and West Perry. And then 1-1 for the halftime score in the Greenwood Susquenita. So it's been a very great tournament so far, ladies and gentlemen. We still got the championship yet to go, and also the second half of this exciting contest between the Mustangs and the Blackhawks. Earlier today, about 10 minutes ago, we gave you the Game 3 trivia question. For those who are just joining us for the first time today, new to our broadcast this year, we're going to be giving out a trivia question in every broadcast we have this year. We had a trivia question for the first 2 games today. And once again, here is our question for game number 3 today. We talked about Angie Lloyd, one of the best field hockey players we ever had here at West Perry. And she represented Team USA in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Also, she led the team in scoring 4 goals, including a game winner against Argentina in those Olympics. But this is our trivia question for Game 3. Where did Angie Lloyd play college field hockey? Where did she go to college? We gave you a couple of hints. She did not go to a Power 5 conference school. She did not go to I wouldn't say a major college like Clemson, Penn State, and all those big schools. Nope. But the answer, Angie Lloyd played college field hockey at Old Dominion down in Virginia, where she was a powerhouse. She was a Rookie of the Year at Old Dominion. She was an outstanding player. She was named the Field Hockey Player of the Year in the year in all of college field hockey. She has been a powerhouse for sure. So that's the answer. Old Dominion is where Angie Lloyd played college field hockey. We'll have one more trivia question for you in the championship game, which will be announced before the start of the second quarter. And yes, it will have something to do with Newport and Greenwood field hockey teams. Some of these questions, they're going to be easier, like some of you might already know some of these questions. Like, at some point you might be able to look up. We encourage you not to. You might actually learn something by not doing that. But yeah, this is great. I'm loving these trivia questions. Like, I just do all the research, and then sometimes I learn a few things myself, and I try and turn trivia. So, we are about to get underway here for the second half. We are tied at 2-2. West Perry in the green and white, Susquenita in the orange and black. We are underway here for the third quarter here in the Perry County Tournament Consolation game. West Perry versus Susquenita. Long pass for 2010 for Eden Bradley. She had a good game against Greenwood in the semifinals. That ball gets away, and the pass was, well, actually, it was off a Susquenita defender.
So she has to wear like a band.
Ball goes out of bounds. I think there was a little confusion there on where the ball was supposed to be played. But West Perry still has possession. Good job for West Perry defense to cover up Eden Bradley. Nice long run here coming up here for Shay Dyer, a freshman. Oh, a trip there for number 25. Amber Crone. Amber Crone is now in the game for the first time today for the West Perry Mustangs. Cross idea from Shay Dyer, not a bad idea, but it was off the Susquenita defender. Susquenita looking for a quick attack on a free pass, but the Mustangs this time were all over it. They were expecting that. Oh, that ball gets past Grace Lowe, one of two seniors for the Mustangs. For Susquenita, they have a pretty young team too. I mean, they have more than two seniors. They actually have 6 seniors this year for Susquenita. They actually for Lockdown. Kelly Gerhold, Taya Bauer was in this game. Maya Tobor, who's also started. Paige Browse is the starter. You've seen Katie Sands. You know that name very well from last year. She is a senior as well. The only 2 seniors from Susquenita we did not see play today were Angela Maloney and Kelly Gerhold. It's good, and it's going to be a turnover, offensive foul on the Susquenita Blackhawks. About 4.5 minutes into the third quarter, we are still tied at 2-2. You can see on the other side of the field a cluster of white t-shirts. They are the Newport Buffaloes getting set for the Perry County Championship game against Greenwood. Was sure to be a great game. 2 teams who know each other so well. They faced each other 3 times last year. Once in the regular season, which was won by Newport. Then Greenwood in the Perry County semifinals last year beat them here 3-2 in overtime. And then again last year in the district championship game, Greenwood beating Newport, which only the champion due to COVID-19 precautions. Greenwood was the only team out of District 3 to advance to the state championships, and they had a good run. The Greenwood Wildcats made it to the state championship game for the second time in 4 years. But unfortunately, losing to Wyoming Seminary out of District 2, the final score was 3-0 in that state championship game a year ago.
It might have been. But it
This year, it might be a whole different story because now the PIAA and District 3 are expected to have a full slate of players, a full regular number of teams. Here's Susquenita with a breakaway, and Alexa Frederick with a nice save. And man, that was a two-man advantage for Susquenita. Two girl breakaway there. But instead, it's a save. But now the Blackhawks have a quarter coming up, first quarter of the second half for either team. Crosses in, a shot that is off a West Prairie defender, but because of that, there's going to be another corner opportunity for the Blackhawks. We appreciate everyone at home for tuning in on the West Prairie Black Bars YouTube page. Well, glorious sight to see today were the fans coming out in full support from all 4 schools. A nice shot, and that is going to be a foul on Susquenita. A big break there for the Mustangs. Still tied at 2-2. Halfway through the third quarter, 7.5 minutes left to go. The fans are back. You got the concession stands open. We're very excited to see that. They haven't had a concession stands open at all last year. I don't think never even seen any concession stands open for away games last year. But then we got last night the West Prairie football program over at Newport for the first time in 25 years. And man, I gotta tell you, the concession stands at Newport were fantastic. They really upgraded their menus this year, and I'm taking nothing away except a goal here for Susquenita, and Susquenita has just taken a 3-2 lead. The shot was off the bar on the side. We're gonna see who scored that goal. Oh, it's just coming in here. Number 7. Who scored that? Number 7 was Sophia Klein. Sophia Klein with her 3rd goal of the day. She scored 2 goals. She scored the 2 goals for Susquenita against Greenwood. And with that, she has her 3rd goal of the day. Have a good day for Sophia Klein. Anyway, back to the concession stands at Newport. They were fantastic. You got the Angus burgers, big old cheeseburgers, pretzel wraps were fantastic. Yeah, they just really upgraded their menu for the Newport Booster Club. So if you ever have the chance, go to a Newport football game. I think next time I go there, I think I'm just going to eat. Let's just enjoy a little bit of football. But now Susquenita is on a really good attack here, and they have another corner opportunity here. Just under 6 minutes left to go here. In the 3rd quarter, 5.5 minutes left. Corner opportunity here for Susquenita. They scored on the corner last time up, just about a minute ago. This time, a pass is intercepted there by Julie Roy. Official getting out. What happened there? That was. Well, I guess that was a foul call. That's why the referee didn't get out of the way. That ball is off.
Darn, I was hoping you knew him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ball off of number 17, Carla Campbell. She's in for the first time today. A sophomore for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
Well, so just joining us. Let's play Susquenita. Blackhawks are currently up 3-2. Right here in the 3rd quarter, and a shot, and good defense shown there by the Mustangs, and they get the call. Oh, wait a minute, good. Oh, no, they're just gonna reset the decision here. I guess it's a free play. Four minutes left to go here, and a too high of a pass, too low pass, and right to Susquenita. A shot here. Dangerous opportunity for Susquenita. It was a nice save for Alexis Frederick, but there were 3 Blackhawks right there in front of her, and none of them unable to capitalize on that situation. This is the 3rd of 5 games here today at Mustang Stadium. After this game, we got the Perry County Championship game between Greenwood and Newport. And then later tonight at 6:30, we have boys soccer in action here today as the West Prairie Mustangs, boys soccer Mustangs, will take on the Mifflin County Huskies. The varsity game schedule will start at 6:30. And almost a one-on-one opportunity there for Susquenita. That's one thing that we have seen in overtime from West Perry and Newport in the second semifinal. A lot of opportunities, one-on-one breakaways between a shooter and a goalkeeper. But both teams unable to capitalize on numerous occasions. Numerous opportunities for both teams. Guns went into a penalty shootout, and Newport was, of course, the winner of that game. That pass is intended for Carla Campbell. Gets wide. Two minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Susquenita up by one. Frederick, and almost an opportunity, but save there for Alexis Frederick, and West Perry has possession. You can imagine that after this game, a lot of fans are, specifically the West Perry and Susquenita fans, they're probably got their raving after this game, but hey, somebody's got to win the Perry County Championship. Like, you might as well stick around for what is sure to be a great game between Newport and Ringgold. One minute left to go here in the third quarter. Susquenita looking to make this a two-goal lead, but that goes out of bounds. West Perry ball.
Why? Because it came up. Look how
30 seconds left to go, and a shot is no good. Saved there by Alexis Frederick. Good shot there, and better save for Alexis Frederick. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. That shot goes wide, but it's a corner opportunity here for Susquenita. Time is going to run out, but Susquenita is going to have one more opportunity to make this a two-goal game before the fourth and final quarter. Clock is at 0. One corner opportunity coming up here for the Blackhawks. Passes in, a shot by Alexis Frederick, and that will do it. Turnover, and that is the end of the third quarter. Susquenita scores one, and they have the lead hanging to the final 15 minutes of regulation. Susquenita up 3-2. You're watching the Perry County Championship Tournament Consolation game. West Perry versus Susquenita, exclusively on the West Perry Athletic Farms YouTube page. We'll be right back. So we are back here for the final quarter of regulation. Final 15 minutes. Susquenita is up 3-2. This has been a fantastic tournament, ladies and gentlemen, all game long. We got a 2-goal win for Greenwood over Susquenita, and then a game that went into a first ever penalty shootout in the history of the tournament. And now we got a 1-goal game here. And oh, that was almost a 2-goal game here. Just 19 seconds into the fourth quarter. It goes wide, and man, this tournament's been fantastic all day this time. We still got the championship game coming up after this. You gotta give these teams credit, man. All four of these teams, like last year, the 2 semifinals were great, but then two 10-0 blowouts in a Consolation championship game. But this year, all the teams have been evenly matched. It makes me wonder what would happen if West Perry would face Greenwood, or what if Newport plays Susquenita. The 2 games that we do not know what will happen. Newport and Susquenita, they will face each other next Thursday in the Tri-Valley League. West Perry and Greenwood will never know, unfortunately. And that's the same. Different conferences and different classifications in the PIAA. West Perry in 2A and Greenwood in single A. That would have been a game. That would have been a game I would have loved to see, just like the West Perry and Newport football game last night. That was a great game. A 3-0 run here for Susquenita. Able to maintain possession here, but no, it's actually going to be a turnover. Good defense there by Susquenita. And that pass gets away. And easy interception there for Susquenita. Almost a one-time shot hit there for Susquenita. It's kind of hard to see the numbers up here. The black numbers and the orange background. They can be hard to see up here, ladies and gentlemen. But doing the best we can. So, Susquenita got up here, and that gets past everyone. It's caught there by Grayson Lowe, one of 2 seniors for the Mustangs. Cross what happened when the ball was clearly out of bounds. So turnover here for the Blackhawks. Ross is just joining us. We have 11.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And Susquenita is up 3-2. And as far as college football goes on right now, for all you Penn State fans, who are not watching the game right now over in Madison, Wisconsin. The Badgers and Nittany Lions, they are scoreless at halftime. Very good game going on there over in Wisconsin. Good defense shown there by Lauren Foster. Or excuse me, that was Shane Dyer. Shea Dyer getting the ball back here. No, pardon me, that was Addison Brand. West Prairie defender. There's an interesting attack here for the West Prairie Mustangs. A foul. West Prairie maintains possession. Oh, and he's the interception. Bad pass there from 27 on Albright, freshman. And oh, big tackle there. That's got. Oh no, that's gonna be a foul. That's gonna be a foul. Jordan Byers. Jordan Byers had a goal against Newport in the semifinals. West Prairie needs to do something because right now Susquenita they have been doing pretty good possession-wise. In terms of time of possession, West Prairie has been doing well. West Prairie not having a lot of opportunities to strike. Because of races like that, the ball deflected off defender, but here comes Julie Lloyd. That ball goes out of bounds. West Prairie still has possession. Oh, it's ringing a mess. That was not on the deep of a pass, and that goes past everybody. And I believe that it's got to be Susquenita ball. Good stop there for number 20, Lily Campbell. And here's Carla Campbell, the two Campbell sisters. Only 1 year separating the two. And a foul is called there. Julie Lloyd scored the 2 goals for the Mustangs. We're now halfway through the fourth quarter now. Susquenita, great stop there by number 10, Dylan Snyder. Oh, that was a big shot and a turnover there. Turnover there for the Susquenita Blackhawks. Oh, what was that? That's got to be a redo. You got to give us some space. Lily Campbell. And here it's Grace Lowe, the other senior for West Prairie. Oh, right through the legs. Susquenita players got to tell number from up here. Nice breeze coming through Mustang Stadium right now. Beautiful day. I mean, ever since Wednesday, they got like 7 inches of rain from the remnants of Hurricane Island. Just been perfect weather ever since. It's going to continue to be perfect weather throughout the rest of Labor Day weekend. So enjoy your Labor Day weekend. You got good weather. There's Marlon McGee. Over to Lauren Foster. Lauren Foster with a good run. Pass to Angie Lloyd looking for the hat trick and it goes wide. The action is way over at the other side of the field. But 5.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Susquenita up 3-2. West Prairie needing to do something to get back into this game. Maybe looking for a low last minute magic like they had against Newport at the end of regulation. A goal by Jordan Byers tied the game up at 3-3, and almost an exact situation here for the Mustangs. Down 3-2 with 5 minutes left to go. And swing and miss, that's got to be a foul. And turnover here. Mustangs have possession. And once again, hard back pass. That's one thing Westbury has to focus on now. They've been fantastic on passing against Newport. But so far in this game, not so much. And a diving effort for Alexa Frederick pays off as the ball just goes wide of the net. So Susquenita fans were just about ready to get up and explode here. A goal this late in the game could definitely seal the victory for Susquenita. And one of these two teams, they are definitely going to get the first win of the season in just their second game. That's the beauty of the Perry County tournament being the first event for all 4 of these teams. One team is going to start the year 2-0. One is going to start 1-1. Or actually, no, 2 teams are actually going to start 1-1, and the other is going to start 0-2, unfortunately. One of these 2 teams is going to be it. Three and a half minutes left to go here in the Consolation game. 3.5 minutes until the start of the Perry County Championship game, which will probably be 15 minutes after this game is over. Now, that's right on the attack. Here is Julie Lloyd. Julie Lloyd, who scored 2 goals earlier, turns it over. Here for Julie Lloyd. Nice Prairie fans starting to get a little excited here. Less than 3 minutes left to go here in regulation. West Prairie looking once again for some magic here at the end of regulation, just like they did against Newport. Tough shot. It's off of number 2, Paige Browse. That ball gets way past everybody, handled there by Grace Lowe. Great fans getting some exciting here, probably costing this little breeze coming in now. Foul call on Susquenita. Getting close to the end here, ladies and gentlemen. We see some last minute magic here for the West Prairie Mustangs. They are down by 1 goal. They need a goal to tie this game up and possibly force overtime for the second straight game. They've got 90 seconds to do it. Mustangs, again, by Susquenita defense just too strong, and that is going to be a turnover. One minute left to go in regulation. Makes Susquenita make rows. Wait a minute, they could be looking for another goal that could definitely seal it for Susquenita. For a cross, but Chris Waller did it, and oh man, there's a corner opportunity coming for Susquenita now. That is huge for the Blackhawks. They can take their time here a little bit. Yeah. 30 seconds left to go in the 4th and final quarter, and that looks like it's gonna wrap it up. It doesn't matter if they score a goal here or not. They're gonna take their time and Make sure West Prairie doesn't get that tying goal like they had against Newport. Oh, what a goal there. No, they didn't need it, but they got it. Susquenita, great goal off the top of the net, inside the net. Or did that actually count? No, it actually did. Well, did it? No, it didn't. The official called it off. They said it was have infection, but it doesn't matter. Time runs out, and that is the end of the Consolation game. Susquenita improves to 1-1. With a 3-2 victory over the West Prairie Mustangs. The Mustangs start the season 0-2 for the second straight year. But hey, West Prairie, they faced two very tough teams, and they did pretty well against both of them. A one-goal loss here and a loss in penalty shootout. But hey, you can't take nothing away from the West Prairie Mustangs. Expect big things from them later this year. But speaking of big things, we got one more game left here in the Perry County tournament, and it's for the Perry County Field Hockey Championship. Greenwood versus Newport. Both teams are taking the field right now, and the game is scheduled to start in exactly 20 minutes from now. We'll have a brand new broadcast right here. So stick around. We'll be back in 20 minutes for the Perry County Field Hockey Championship game. Greenwood versus Newport. Your final score on the Consolation game. Susquenita 3, West Perry 2. See you back here in 20 minutes for the Perry County Championship game.